So today we're going to compare the features and the playability and the sound of these two guitars. This one over here happens to be a 2014 made in Mexico Telecaster with no modifications. And this one is a 2014 American made Telecaster with no modifications. And it's got the channel bound neck on this one. So I'm actually borrowing this one from a friend of mine at work. And I bought this one here, this Mexican one, in I don't know, a couple of years ago. I paid something like $360 for it. It's blemished, and it was out the door shipped $360. This one here, I found this deal for my buddy at work. Told him about it. He bought it. He paid something like $800 out the door, maybe a little over, including this nice Fender case, a strap, some other things. But real good deal. So we'll compare the two. So once again, the one in blue, Lake Placid blue, is a made in Mexico 2014 model. And the one in Dakota red is a 2014 made in USA model. This one's made in Ensenada, Mexico. That one's made in Corona, California. And if you ever get a chance to take the tour down in Corona, do it. I did it a few years ago. It's like $10. Well worth it. Pretty cool. Ensenada, I think it's probably I don't know, maybe probably a 4-hour drive from Corona. So it's not terribly far. So let's take a look at these two great instruments closely. So the made in Mexico version has imported hardware, whereas the American made, of course, has US made hardware. Let's start with the necks. This is the made in Mexico neck. It looks about the same. One thing I do notice is that the Fender emblem is black, and this one appears to be gold with black outline. This little piece of hardware which holds down the first and second strings is different than this one. This one's a little trick, but they seem to do the same job. One thing I did notice about the nut here, if you look at this American-made guitar, the nut looks, straight. If you look on the Mexican-made, you can see it's at an angle. I don't know if you can see that, but it's at a slight angle. I actually didn't notice that until I put the two together. This one plays very well, intonation's fine, but you can see that, that's definitely an error, I would imagine. I don't think that was intentional. I've never seen a guitar like that. So that's the only manufacturing flaw I can find on the Mexican-made one, besides the dent back here. The tuners on both guitars, to me, appear to be exactly the same. You can see on the back of the neck says made in Mexico, but each tuner says Fender on it. High quality tuners. They feel real good, keep the guitar in tune, not a problem at all. Same with these. These say Fender on them. High quality tuners, not a problem at all. So I can't say that they're exactly the same, but they sure look the same. Now the necks themselves are a bit different. This one has the maple neck, which I just love. I've always wanted a guitar with a maple neck. Simply just, the way it looks. This one's got the C channel, what do they call it? C-bound? Channel bound, that's it. Channel bound neck, which is pretty cool. I mean, I like it. It's got the rosewood fingerboard, and the maple neck is hogged out, and the rosewood fingerboard is laid, right inside of it. And then the frets, you can see, overhang the maple neck. So I'm not sure about the if there's obviously a sound difference in sound, I would imagine, but I would imagine mostly the reason they did this was just for the aesthetics. Both have 20, I just counted them, 21, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 frets. Even the USA made one. Now, I thought I read somewhere that some USAs had an extra fret. Well, that one doesn't. So they both have 21 frets. On the back side of the necks, this is the Made in Mexico one, it's hard to tell the difference. I have read that the wood on an American made is more select than with the Mexican made, but it's still fine quality. Yeah, they both look very similar. The plate on the back here. Here's a USA one. It says Fender, Corona, California. You go to the Made in Mexico, it says nothing. Nothing at all. So obviously not made in Corona, but the quality looks very good. I don't see a problem with that at all. Let's move back to the body itself. Here's something that I didn't know. So this Made in USA one has this cutout here, kind of like a Strat. The Mexican made one is a plank of wood, like the early Telecaster. So I don't know when this happened on a Telecaster, but definitely a difference. As you play it, I didn't really notice a difference, but there is. Okay, let's look at the front side of the body. Actually, let me show you my blemish. It took me a while to find it when I bought the guitar. That dent right there, that's evidently the blemish. These guitars in 2017 sell for $600. Like I said, when I got it in a couple of years ago, it was $360, I believe, out the door. So, small price to pay, or big savings just for a little blemish, which I'd put on it anyway, probably. But anyway, okay, so Made in USA. It looks about the same. This is from what I've read, a twisted Tele pickup. And look, it still has the plastic on it. Interesting. I don't want to pull that off, but... And this is what I've read, a broadcaster pickup. The bridge plate here, it says Fender on it. And you've got each string can be adjusted individually. Over to the Made in Mexico. These are supposedly, from what I read, standard Telecaster pickups. The bridge plate says nothing. And the bridge itself, it's a little different, but they do the same job. Each string can be adjusted for intonation, but you can see they are a little different. Okay, the switch plate here, and you Made in USA, feels good, feels fine. Doesn't look any different than the Made in Mexico one. What I do notice is the knurling on these knobs are a little more, I guess, deep. It feels a little more rough than on these. So definitely not, these aren't knurled as much, but totally adequate. So overall, when you look at the construction of the two guitars, I looked at them pretty close. The quality's there on both of them. I mean, there's no clear winner as far as quality. I mean, they're both excellent guitars. The hardware, even though you can tell it's different. I mean, this is stamped Fender, and that isn't. Still high quality stuff. I like them both. Okay, we're going to do the sound comparison with this amplifier right here. It's an all-tube Canadian-made Trainer YCV80 80-watt amp. So our settings on the amp, on the clean channel, that's where we're going to start, is straight up the middle on all of them, and reverb, a little bit of reverb, master volumes at 2. Okay, this is the Made in Mexico rear pickup, and volume and tone all the way up. Oops. And this is the Made in USA bridge pickup, and volume and tone all the way up. Okay, so this is my thoughts so far on the bridge pickup. The playability, these both guitars are just excellent. The necks feel just wonderful. No issue at all. They feel so good. The one difference I do feel is that this neck, back of this neck on the USA, feels a little unfinished. More satin, I want to say, and then this one is gloss. So definitely a different feel on the back. Doesn't make one better than the other, but definitely different. So tone-wise on the rear pickups, I think what I'm hearing here is on the US made guitar, it's a little thinner than the Mexican made. This has got more punch to it. The Mexican made feels like, or sounds like, and this has got a little more twang to it. So both a great sound, but they are definitely different. So now let's try the neck pickups. Okay, this is a neck pickup on the USA guitar. Okay, so this is the neck pickup on the Mexican-made guitar. So my thoughts on the neck pickup, definitely once again it seems like the Mexican made pickup has got a little more punch to it, a little more, I don't want to call it muddy, but more towards the muddy side of things. The USA pickup definitely got some less punch, it seems like, and definitely more trebly, more twangy. So that seems to follow the rear pickup. So let's go ahead and try the both pickups on at the same time. Okay, this is Made in USA. Both pickups clean channel. Okay, Mexican made, clean channel, both pickups on. So, with both pickups on, no surprise, once again, the American made is a little thinner. I'd say a little sweeter. Definitely twangier. The made in Mexico, the pickups seem more punchy, but definitely less trebly. Still, there's no winner. I mean, they're just different sounds, and it's kind of surprising that they sound so much different, but they do. So anyway, let's go to the dirty channel. So for the dirty channel test, we're going to have gain about midway, volume about 1 o'clock, and everything else up the middle. Scoop is on, and this amp's got not only the dirty channel, it's also got an overdrive, or an extra, not overdrive, it's a kind of a boost channel. So we'll do both. We'll do the standard overdriven channel, and then we'll add some boost to it on both guitars. Okay, this is a USA dirty channel, bridge pickup, and volume and tone all the way up. Okay, so this is the Made in Mexico dirty channel, and everything turned up, and I'm using a pick. And this is the US made with the dirty channel and the boost on. And by the way, I am using a pick. I keep saying pickup. Pick. And this is the Made in Mexico bridge pickup, dirty channel, but with the extra boost. Okay, so on the Dirty channel, no surprise, still giving the same results. The Made in Mexico seemed to have a little more punch, a little more bassy, I guess you'd call it. And the US Made is once again a little thinner, but still a good sounding guitar with a little more twangy. So we'll try the neck pickup next on the Dirty channel. Okay, this is Made in USA, Dirty channel, neck pickup. Here we go. Now we'll go with, well, okay, this is the Mexican-made Dirty channel neck pickup, and everything full up. Here we go. American-made neck pickup, got the boost, Dirty channel, here we go. Mexican-made boost, Dirty channel, and neck pickup. Here we go. Okay, US made, Dirty channel, non-boost, both pickups on. Okay, Mexican made, Dirty channel, both pickups. No boost. US made, both pickups on, Dirty channel, and boosted. Okay, Mexican made, both pickups, Dirty channel with the boost. Okay, so to wrap it up here, so both guitars, I gotta say, play wonderfully. The necks feel just splendid. You know, I mean, they're just effortless to play. Sound is different on each one of them. Neither one is a bad sound. Overall, the US made one is, I'd say, less powerful pickups, less powerful than the Mexican made, but definitely more twangy, more jangly, I guess. The Mexican made, the pickups definitely have more power. They got more punch. It's a more a less trebly guitar than the American made. Which one's got the better sound? Yeah, I don't know. They both have a different sound. Neither one is bad. Both a good sound. So if you're strapped for cash, the made in Mexico one definitely is a good choice. I have no problem with owning that one, especially since I only paid $360 for that one. Brand new, by the way. It was just blemished. This one here, this was a fantastic deal too. This was, like I said, a little over $800 with a case and everything. Excellent guitar. So which one wins? You got me. Like I said, if you're strapped for cash, it definitely the Mexican made one is the way to go. Now, if I were to choose between the two, based on the current price of the Mexican made, if that was, they're $600 and he paid a little over $800 for that, would I go US made? Probably, just because it's US made, right? And the difference is not that much. But if you're going to pay, $1,200 for the US made and this one's $600, that half the price. Well, this is not twice the guitar, and that's not half the guitar. So definitely, I have to say, kind of a tie. It just depends what you want. You're not going to go wrong with either one. So there we go. There you have it. Hope you enjoyed it.